Mr. Mario, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Thinking of waiting for the rest a little bit before we start because we need to kick off very fast today. We need to cover a lot today. All right, then we'll just continue. We'll have the replay of the class.
All right, no problem.
So, during yesterday's class, no, on Thursday's class, I spoke about. I started from the beginning, yeah. So we talked about everything. Let me share my screen.
All right.
So we talked about everything like
Okay.
everything about cloud computing, life before cloud computing, so on. We talked so many things. So that's just it. And I've sent the replay to the group already. I just
Yeah,
wanted to give you guys a kind of idea of what cloud computing is all about because the English is too much. And that's one thing about um almost everything you see in tech, every single aspect in tech, whether web development, cybersecurity, data analysis, you'll be hearing English that I've not heard before. So the main thing that I want you guys to think when it comes to cloud computing is for individuals to be able to rent a virtual cloud or no, a virtual server. You understand? Individuals being able to rent a virtual computer, like this computer now that I'm using for this class. Yeah, you're able to get another one. You're able to have a system of your own that you rented, but it's not there with you. It's somewhere else. That's what cloud computing is just all about. So today I'm going to like go into the cloud models, which we have IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. I talked about IaaS in the last class, but I'm going to go over it today again. So you see, this thing is actually a practical thing, and for us to be able to know and understand what we are doing, we need
doing. Yeah.
the practical aspect. So the thing is that in the next let me just see how the next class is going to be. I don't know yet, but I think we are going to move into practical very soon.
Practical. Right?
And yeah, we are going to move into practical very soon. Your job as a cloud computing analyst is or a cloud computing engineer. Yeah, cloud engineer. Yeah, that's what they call them, cloud engineer. Your job, or yeah, before being a cloud engineer, they'll call you a cloud practitioner. There, you can deploy websites. You understand? You can host websites on servers. You can also um being able to like get a cloud server. And so that's that. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. There's no coding in all this thing. At least there's no coding. It's just you being able to like, okay, I want to rent a server. Are you able to rent it? Yes, you're able to rent that server. You're going to rent it. You're going to see it yourself, the server that you rented. So
Hello.
the prerequisite for that practical, we'll be using AWS
Hello.
and Microsoft Azure. So the prerequisite is for you guys to have a very good credit card because
Hello.
that's where
Can you
people start.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
think. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Do you have
All
a
right.
question?
Yeah.
What
No,
do you?
I was not hearing you. I was like, what's going on?
Oh, sorry about that.
But I can hear you now.
All right, all right. So the major thing is for us to have a credit card, a very good credit card. And when it comes to that, I'm going to do a little bit of research on how I'm going to go about it, sure. Because that's actually how we are going to be able to pay for the service that we are using. You know, this cloud computing is about you renting a supercomputer that is not actually in your physical area or you're not with it physically. You're not buying a computer from a shop because A computer can cost like 300, 500K. I'm not buying it. You are renting a computer that you cannot see, but you can have access to it remotely. So that's the major thing you are doing. So, and you actually have to pay for that service you get. So you just have, it's not like we're going to pay for anything. We are just going to add a credit card so that they know that, okay, yeah, we are legit users and we might be able to make use of their service. We might be able to really rent their server and we're able to pay later on in the future when we start getting gigs and all that. But a credit card is very compulsory for us to start off with that. So when that time comes, I will share more light on it. So let's move to
All right.
IaaS. Let's move to IaaS. So we're talking about IaaS is infrastructure as a service. You understand? So IaaS provides users with virtual computing resources like server, storage, and networking over the internet. It gives the most control because users manage their own applications and systems, but don't need to buy physical hardware. So this is just the thing here. Do you know that, Miss Lovett, you're welcome. Oh. Can you hear me? Wow, I'm not sure she can hear me. Okay, 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 okay. She can hear me. All right. So the thing is that in this IaaS, you are just buying a server without an operating system. That's just how the thing looks like. Now, let me tell you guys something. You guys go to markets or you go to where you guys get your gadgets from. You just go there and want to buy a system. Then you purchase a particular system and then you own it and it's showing Windows for you, right? But this infrastructure as a service now, you are buying that some things like when you even open the system, you see that some apps are installed already. You get some things are there already. There are some documents that are there already. So many things are there. You get. But in this IaaS, you are just buying is like a computer that does not have anything. You are going to be the one to configure it yourself. You be the one to choose, okay, I want to put it's either Mac OS, Mac operating system, or I want to put Linux, I want to put Microsoft, that's Windows. I want to put Windows operating system in it. So it depends on you what you want to put inside. That's what you are going to put. You get it depends on you. Everything just depends on you. So this thing are going to be done step by step. You're going to see it live. You will see how the thing will be done. So that's it. So let's move further. I'll give a case scenario. Now, a startup wants to launch a website but can't afford to buy servers. They use AWS EC2 to rent virtual servers online, install their software, and start hosting their website in minutes. So that's it. So now this AWS is Amazon um, web service, right? So now these guys now they are cloud service providers. Amazon is an example of a cloud service provider. You get so they can give you they can rent their one of their servers to you depending on the one you want to rent. You get so this guy now a startup company wants to launch their website and they don't want to buy their own server. So they reached out to Amazon, which is a cloud service provider, and from there they got a virtual server. This EC2 you are seeing here now, this AWS EC2 is what they call their virtual server in Amazon. You understand? That's what they call their virtual server. So they rented a virtual server. They now installed an operating system inside, and then they hosted their website inside the server. You get that server now. That server is not seen like it's not seen by the owner of the website. Let's assume now that Mr. Emmanuel wants to start up a company. Let's say he wants to start up a tech company. Let's just put it that way. And he has a website. Now, he needs a server that's going to run that website 247. Just like how you guys are going to Facebook every time. Like there's no time this Facebook is down. There's a particular system. A server is a powerful computer. Don't take server like it's something that one kind machine like that. Server is no, is a yeah, even our systems too, a machine. Our phone is a machine too. So a server is a computer, just like our normal computer here, our normal system that we are using here. So a server is like a computer, yes, fine. But this computer is very strong. You get, it can be active 24 hours, 7 days a week. So it does not go off. Anytime you try to access a particular website or software, and then the website is not responding, it's giving you like server down or something like that. That means that system, that server is down, it's not active again, or they are maintaining it. You understand? So now a server, they need to put in the software, like the code that you wrote for your website. They need to install that code in a server. Because why they install it in a server? Because a server is going to be active 24 hours, 24/7. It's going to be active 24/7. But your own normal system cannot be active 24/7. If you should take a look, like there's a video about this guy, Mark, how he created Facebook, like when he started Facebook, all those kind of things. He was the one hosting his own that Facebook app. He was the one hosting it. Mark was the one hosting his app. He made use of powerful systems. You get Linux. He made use of Linux operating system. He hosted the Facebook on those systems, and those systems never go down. Like they're always on 24/7. So that's it. You can either decide to do it that way. Then you go to get a system, and then you just mount your website or your application on it. And after you've done that, people can be visiting that site. When they are visiting that site, that means they are trying to have access into your website that has been hosted in your system. Now, can I need you guys to unmute yourself? I want to show you guys something very quickly. I need you guys to unmute yourself. I want to show you guys something very quickly. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Emmanuel, I just want to do a little bit of practical. So, Miss Love, do you know where I am currently?
Mm. No,
You
I
still there?
don't. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, I'm my
Okay.
command prompt. You get, I'm my command prompt.
Yes.
And in this place now, I can be able to
Mm.
like reach out to a particular website. You understand? So now,
Yes.
I want to reach out to facebook.com. I want to see if it's up. You get? So for me to see if Facebook is up, I will
Mm.
do this command ping facebook.com and I'll click on enter. Now, can you see that I'm having reply here? I had my first reply. Now, Facebook,
Yes.
this is Facebook here. But now look at pinging
Okay.
facebook.com. There, I got an IP address. This IP address
Yes.
is the address of the server, like the computer that Facebook is mounted in or mounted on. Yeah, Facebook, the software is
Mm.
inside a particular powerful computer, and the powerful computer, the IP address of the computer is this. So that's it. So now I'm pinging
Okay.
that system, that computer, and the computer is replying me, yes, I'm active. Now, if for any reason that system was down, if for any reason that system was down,
Mm.
if I ping it, I'm not going to receive a reply. You can see I received 4 replies. Reply from this, reply.
Yes.
I received 4 different replies. So that means that system is active and is running. So what I want you guys to know is that all this software you are seeing, that's why you see some people, you've had it before that people build a website and they want to host their website. What they mean by what they just said, that they want to host their website, is that they want to put that their website on a powerful computer, which is known as a server, that will never ever go down. That's going to be like attending to the traffic that will be coming in. When people want to have access
Mm.
to that website, that computer will be there to answer them. Now, when you see that a website is very, very slow, like you guys are trying to access this particular website and this website site is now slow, then there are so many people in that website. Now, this is it. If you have only just one server, only just one powerful computer that can only be able to serve, let's say, 100 people, when 300 or 500 people are having access to that website at the same time, the server is going to be slow. That's why we need cloud computing. You get, in cloud computing, you can automatically scale it in your setting. So this cloud computing is not, it does not like, it does not have coding. At first, to be a cloud practitioner, you don't need to be putting any code or anything like that, but you just need to know command because you'll be dealing with some operating systems like Linux now. If you see Linux is just like the thing I just showed you now. That's how you operate Linux. You know, in your Windows, you can just be clicking on images of a particular software you want to go into. You will just be clicking on them and you are going into them. But in Linux, you have to use commands to do some stuff. When we get there, we'll deal with that. So that's that. So the thing now is that when you are using a cloud server, you can automatically scale in such a way that you've programmed or you've configured it already that okay, if the usage of this server is 80%, help me add more servers so that they can be able to serve people. Do you know how many people are visiting Facebook every single minute? Do you know how many people are in Facebook every minute? But you will not see any kind of glitch. Facebook is always responding to all of them. That's because there are in a data center, there are so many servers there that are answering all those people. If it's only just one server, the website or the software is going to be slow because there are so many requests coming in. And just that one server cannot answer all those requests. So that's why you see the main reason why developers build a website or build a software, an application, and then they host their website, they don't host it themselves. You should ask yourself that question. Why did they not just host it themselves? Why did they not just like on their system forever and let the system just keep replying people, serving, like replying all those traffic, answering all those traffic? Why did they not just do that? Because if there are so many users, just one system cannot serve them alone. So that's that. So now, this IaaS is like buying an empty plot of land. You get basic foundation, which is land, electricity, and water, but you must build the house yourself. The walls, rooms, roof, painting, everything. You are provided with virtual servers, storage, and networking, but you manage the apps and systems yourself. The system you are managing is the operating system. You're the one that is going to manage the operating system yourself. You understand? So it's not like you are buying a system and when you just on it, you are seeing Windows there. No, this one is so different. You're the one that's going to say, okay, I don't want Windows. I want this particular operating system. You guys know what operating system is, right? You guys should know. There's not even a question I'm even meant to ask. I don't even need answer for that one. You guys should know what operating system is. This once you on your system now, the thing that is answering you, like the thing you are seeing, if there's no operating system in your system, if there's no operating system in your computer, your system is not going to run at all. Like there's nothing, it's not even a system, it's rubbish. So that's it. So you are the one that's going to configure your operating system in this IaaS. I will still come back to that. We'll still talk more on that. And it's very, very simple when it comes to the practical. It's something you do under 5 minutes. You get. So that's it. So let's go down. We move to PaaS, Platform as a Service. Now, Platform as a Service provides a ready-to-use development and deployment platform for developers. You see, this is specifically for developers. You understand? So it includes tools, operating systems. Now, this one, you don't need to input operating system. You don't need to be the one to put operating system. Operating system is there already and databases. So developers can focus on building apps without worrying about managing the servers or infrastructure. So that's it. An example is Google App Engine, Heroku, we have Microsoft Azure App Services. So these guys now, what they do is that they are just waiting for developers to just bring in their folder that they've written all their code. And this platform as a service is just going to run it for them. Like straight up, you just run it for them. So that's what this guy does. So let's go down. We still see more example. Now, case scenario: a team of developers want to build a mobile app. They use Heroku, which gives them everything: database, runtime, and deployment tools. So they just upload their code, and Heroku runs it automatically. It's like renting a fully built house. The house, which is the building structure and basic utilities, is already done. You just move in with your furniture and decorate the inside. So that's that. So let's like assume this Facebook.com now. They just built this Facebook.com with their code, either they made use of Python or so on like that. They've built it already. Now, after building this code, they put it inside a folder. You guys know what a folder is. So now they want to run this app. They want to see if this app is really working. They want to run the software. So now they now like put it inside this Heroku. This Heroku is like the platform. Is the one that is giving them that ability to run the app. So after they put it inside, Heroku is going to do everything. It's going to do everything. After you have done everything, you're now going to run it for them. They'll see their app working live. So that's what this platform as a service is all about. And it's majorly for developers. You get, I'll come back to all these things when it comes to web development, because this is more about web development. You get, when all these guys have developed their app and they now want to run their app. Do you know that if you want to write Python code, you have to install Python inside your system? So that's it. But in this platform as a service, you will not be the one installing all those things. For instance, now somebody have built a particular software, a particular mobile app, and he now gave you the folder. Okay, help me run this application. Now, what you do is that if you want to use platform as a service, you just put it inside. Now, this platform as a service is now going to help you install the prerequisites that you need to run that application, because application cannot just run like that. They need um the application server. It's not computer now we are talking about. Oh. It's not computer we're talking about. When you hear the word server, you know that it's computer. But this one is not as soft, is a software that is a server that is used to run a particular application. You get? So this platform as a service is the one that is going to help you install those things automatically and run it for you. Simple, just like that. Now, you can also do this thing. You can also deploy an app using this IaaS, infrastructure as a service. You can also do it like that, but you have to be the one to install the prerequisite that you need. I will get back to this one later on. I'll get back to it later on. So let's just move on. The most simplest is software as a service. Now, software as a service provides fully functional software applications over the internet. Users don't install anything. They simply log in and use the software through a browser. Can you see? Example, we have Gmail, we have Google Docs, we have Microsoft 365 and Zoom. Now, let me show you guys Microsoft 365. So where is it? Where is this guy? I think, you see this guy? No. Okay, yeah, this is it here. Now you can see that I can be able to create documents without me having Microsoft in my own system. So this is it here. All the slides that I'm using today is through Microsoft 365. I created it. Just their website. I just have to log in and I'm creating my slides. So that's software as a service. This one is basically for users alone. Like, it's more for users. Even your this thing that you're using today, your what do they call it? Your Netflix that you're using today, you are just watching movie. You get, Those things are software as a service. Your Netflix, you just go there and you are watching movie for free. The software as a service. You don't have those movies inside your phone. So that software is already somewhere. Like there is that software that used to connect to get those movies that you're watching. So that's it. So now let's see a case scenario. An office team uses Google Docs to collaborate on reports. They don't install Microsoft Word or save files on local computers. Everything is stored and edited online through the cloud. So now it's like booking a hotel room. You don't worry about building furniture maintenance. Everything is fully ready for you to use immediately. So now SaaS feels like it is made for users because users just log in and enjoy the software like Netflix, Gmail, Zoom, etc. But SaaS is also very important for the owners, developers, or companies who provide the service. Now, this is SaaS for users. Now, SaaS for users is that they do not install anything apart from the software that you have, apart from the Gmail software that you have, apart from the TikTok software that you have, apart from the YouTube, you don't install anything. All those things that you are doing inside there, you don't install them. Even your WhatsApp too can also be is also software as a service because all those updates you are seeing there, all those status you are seeing, they are not installed on your system. Like they are not installed in your system. You're having access to them because you only have just that just the WhatsApp or just the app that you have, you're able to have access to other things. You get so they just use the software online. No maintenance, no updates, no security issues to worry about. Example, you watch movies on Netflix, no stress. So that's it. You only need to have Netflix um software in your phone. That's all. And it's not even Netflix that you're even using. You get I want you guys to get this thing like understand it properly. You have Netflix in your phone, right? Yes, you have it in your phone. But it's not that Netflix you are using. That Netflix is like a door that connects you to those movies you are watching. The same thing with TikTok. You have TikTok software in your phone. Yes, okay, I'm fine. But it's not the TikTok that you are using. It connects you to all those videos you are watching inside TikTok. So that's it. So those software that you are installing are just like doors. Yeah, they're just like entry points to access all those resources. All these resources are not stored inside your phone. So those things act like those. They're not really like okay, like you now installing a game that you took like audio document about that game and everything is installed inside your phone. It's not like that. If you think about TikTok or YouTube, you see that you're not installing all those videos that you're seeing there inside one phone. You're not doing like it's not like that. You're not doing like that. You are just going there and you are seeing new videos every day that you cannot even exhaust. So those videos are not currently in your phone. The only thing that you just have in your phone is just like the entry point into all those services that you're seeing there. So that's just it. So now, SaaS for developers or business owner, this is where the real business value comes in. Now, all the subscription money, continuous income, developers charge monthly or yearly for access. Now, example, Netflix. Netflix earns billions because millions of people subscribe every month. So SaaS gives steady profits, not one-time payment. Now, the main thing about this SaaS, why I did this kind of slide is that I want you guys to see that because people will think that okay, SaaS is only just for the users. Yeah, at first, when me I heard about this SaaS of a thing, and I started understanding the SaaS, I was like, why the fuck me being a developer or a company owner, why would I just be making life easy for just users when I cannot get anything in return for that? For example, now everybody are just going to YouTube and they're just watching movies just like that. They're just watching videos, enjoying themselves just like that. It's not meant to be like that. Like, I should be able to get some revenue from it. Now, we use Netflix as an example. The only way these guys, the only way these business owners and the developer, like the owner of the software or the company, the owner of this Netflix, let's use Netflix as a case study now. The owner of Netflix, the only way this SaaS is beneficial to them is when they charge their users monthly. Like they have to pay a certain amount of money every month. So that's one of the things is as the revenue for them. So secondly, we have developers keep full control. They control features, updates, data, and security. So you guys are not handling anything. The only thing you handle is just for you to just that your account, username and the password. Just make it secure. That's all. But other things, they handle it. They control every single thing you see. Now, if they don't want you to see a particular video in YouTube or in TikTok or in Netflix, they will never put it there. You get? So you don't have full control over those platforms. They are the one that have full control over it. You get? Is unlike all those other um software whereby you can have now that once you download it and you have full control, you decide to, okay, this is what I want to use this to do, this is what I want to use that to do. So, but this one, when it comes to this, you don't have any full control at all. They are the ones that, okay, we want you to download this video, then you can download it. And so they are the one that is controlling every single thing about the service that you get. So now users cannot copy or steal software easily because it's not installed on their computer. That's it. So now to the users, Netflix, YouTube. Now this we are talking about SaaS app use more than one cloud model. Now to the users, Netflix, YouTube, Canva, TikTok are SaaS. To the developers or owners, they still need IaaS or PaaS behind the scene to run the SaaS. So now a company doesn't just tell the cloud provider, give us SaaS. They build the SaaS, but they rely on IaaS or PaaS to run it. So what this thing mean is that this SaaS is like the end product of this IaaS, infrastructure as a service, or PaaS. Now, I already like explained what this IaaS and PaaS is. I said that this IaaS is infrastructure as a service. You just get a server just like that. You are the one that's going to configure both the operating system, both the tool, all the necessary tools you need to run the application. You also configure the security. You are the one that is going to do it. But in this PaaS, they've done it for you already. Just put in your software, just put in your application there, and then it is going to be working like that. You understand? Now, after, let's assume this TikTok, this Netflix now, they developed, when the developers wanted to, or when the owner wanted to launch this website, he either made use of IaaS or PaaS. In this sense, let's assume if he used IaaS. If he used IaaS, that means he just, the thing he did was that he just got a server, a virtual server, which is a supercomputer that you cannot see, touch, but it exists somewhere. Now he got that server, and after he got the server, what did he do? He installed his operating system there, the operating system that he wants. It can either be Windows or maybe use Linux or Mac operating system. So after installing it, he installed the prerequisites, like the tools he need to run the application that he built, that his developers built. Now, after he has done that, he configured the security and some other things like that. And once it's done, then the app start running. He inputs the software, the app that he created, like his software, the Netflix software. He now brings it, he gets it from the developer and he inputs it inside the virtual server. Now, the application starts running. You get? That's if he did it through IaaS. If he should use PaaS, he does not have to install any operating system or anything. You just have to put it inside, just um the software. You just have to put it inside and it will start running. So this is what he did at the developer side. Now, when the app is coming to the user, you get, when the app is coming to the user, they are seeing it as a SaaS, as software as a service, because all those videos that they are seeing are not, those videos, they did not install them inside their system or inside their phone. Those videos are available like inside just the servers, inside the servers that the developers or the owner bought or rented. So those users only just connect to it. You get me? They only connect to it. They don't have those videos inside their device. So to the users, it's SaaS. But to the developers or the owner, it's either IaaS or PaaS. So that's it. So now, why SaaS owners use IaaS or PaaS? They need storage for user data. They need servers to run their app. They need databases. They need networking. They need security, and they need global delivery. So cloud providers like AWS, Google Cloud, or Azure offer this through IaaS and PaaS. So that's it. You can only offer just all this service, all this storage for this storage, these servers, these databases. They can only offer it through this IaaS and PaaS. SaaS, you are just making use of the software through the internet. Finish. That's all. Now, let's make use of this example. Netflix. For users, Netflix is SaaS. You open the app, click a movie, and watch. That's all you need. Abi? Now, for Netflix developers or the owner, they use IaaS. Now, in IaaS, there is AWS EC2. Now, this IaaS, this AWS is the cloud service provider because there are so many. There are so many of them. There's Microsoft Azure and there's Google Cloud too. So now, this EC2 is server. You get, is a server that they just rented. Now, to run video streaming servers, they now also use AWS S3 to store movie files. Now, this is for like movies that they have done already. They just want to store. So this is it. But this is streaming. This is for video streaming. Now, they made use of PaaS, AWS Elastic Transcoder to convert videos to different qualities. You understand me? This is just like a case scenario. It's not real. We don't know actually know. They've not told us. Now, Netflix builds the app, but AWS provides the infrastructure. That means Netflix just build the soft like the developers are the one that wrote the code for the app. But this AWS provided the server that those apps are running on. You get? So that's just it. So now let's use YouTube for instance. Now, for users, YouTube is SaaS. They watch or upload videos in a browser. That's all. For Google developers, they use their own IaaS servers for storage plus streaming. Now, they use PaaS tools for AI or recommendation systems. They build YouTube as a SaaS application on their own cloud infrastructure, which is Google Cloud. You understand? So to the users is a SaaS because they just have to go to the browser. Do you know you can also even access your what did they call it? Your TikTok and all those other things through your browser. You don't even really need to have those apps installed in your phone. Like for me now, I also access my Facebook through my browser. I don't need to have Facebook as an app inside my phone. I can just go to my Chrome and just use it from there. So all those things are software as a service. I don't need all those applications installed in my phone. To me as the user is SaaS, software as a service. But to the developers, they have to install all those software in an infrastructure. That's just what the thing mean. Now let's go further. We have Canva, example 3. Now Canva for users, Canva is SaaS. They create designs online. For the developers, they use AWS Cloud, which is IaaS for hosting data and servers. All those things they are creating, they need to host it somewhere. You get? So those things are currently in a live server. You get? Now, PaaS tools for image processing and rendering. Users don't see this, they only see the finished app. So that's it. That's it. Now we have Facebook and Instagram. For users, you just log in and use it, which is the SaaS. For developers, Facebook hosts everything on their own IaaS like data centers and uses PaaS tools internally to manage apps and databases. Now, the summary is that SaaS cannot exist without the support of IaaS or PaaS. You can either make use of IaaS, or you make use of PaaS, or you can make use of them both. Now, SaaS is what the end user sees and uses, while IaaS or PaaS is what powers SaaS in the background. So that's just it. It's very, very simple. Just the way I've said it, you just have it like that. It's very, very simple. So we have a case scenario about YouTube. Now, before YouTube was created, step one, the idea. A young entrepreneur has this idea. I want a platform where people can upload videos and others can watch them instantly. So this was like, it's just like a case now. We don't really know how YouTube was created, but I just created this one just for like for us to understand how everything was done. Now, it doesn't have servers, it doesn't have storage, it does not have streaming technology, it does not have infrastructure to handle millions of users. So this young entrepreneur only had this idea that okay, I want to have a platform where people can upload videos and others can watch them instantly. So that's just the idea you have. So it does not have the servers to store them. It does not have the servers to run the application. It does not have storage to store the videos. It does not have streaming technology to stream the videos. And it does not have infrastructure to handle millions of users. So it goes to cloud service providers. So you can see the example now. We have AWS, we have Google Cloud. We also have Microsoft Azure. You understand? So all these things are cloud service providers. So maybe he went to AWS. Now, step two, he explains to the cloud provider. He tells them, I need the service that can store millions of videos, and I need servers that can handle millions of people watching videos every day. So this is what he explained to AWS. Now, the provider gives the solution. The cloud provider explains it like this. You don't need to build your own data center. You provide virtual servers and storage for hosting the videos. And that's just it. That's the only thing you need. You need a virtual server and storage for hosting his videos. So that's that. So now, the thing is that cloud provider, the breakdown is that what YouTube needs. So this is what YouTube needs. They need to store videos. You get now this is the cloud solution and this is the cloud model. You know, we have three models. We have IaaS, infrastructure as a service, we have platform as a service, and we have software as a service. So now they need to store their video. They made use of cloud storage. You get so for us storing the video is cloud storage, which is infrastructure as a service. You need to run the website and streaming. So they need virtual servers. So now this is also IaaS. Now they need to convert the videos into different qualities. This is video processing service, which is PaaS. Now they need to deliver videos fast globally. This is content delivery network, which can either be IaaS or PaaS. Now they need to deliver videos fast globally. This is just like me now, or like thousands of people trying to have access to a particular service. And I told you guys that if there's only just one server, it's going to be low, like very slow. You get. But if there are like multiple servers that can answer all those people, then it's going to be fast. So this is just like scaling. You understand? This is just like scaling. So now the YouTube owner builds the SaaS. The owner hires developers. They build the YouTube app, upload system, video player, comment system, likes, and so on. They launch it. You understand? Now, what users see? Users don't see the servers or cloud. They just open the app and watch videos online. To users, YouTube is SaaS. To developers, they are using IaaS plus PaaS. So now the key take note now for today's class is that SaaS applications like YouTube are built using IaaS and PaaS services provided by cloud platforms, but delivered to users as fully ready software. Without IaaS or PaaS, our software as a service cannot be created. Software as a service is the product built using cloud infrastructure. Every software as a service app you know, which is Netflix, Canva, YouTube, Instagram, and so on, is a finished product that users access, but it was built using infrastructure as a service and or platform as a service from the start. So we can either use infrastructure as a service or platform as a service to get this software as a service. You understand? Now, the users of the application the people using that application are seeing that application as software as a service because they don't handle anything there. They are just like receiving service just like that. They're just being offered so many services. They're just seeing different videos and they're just going through it, enjoying themselves. But they need infrastructure as a service to, first of all, host the application. They also need to, all those videos, they need to store them. And there's also kind of like, what do they call it? Algorithm that they carry on in that place. Because if you see some people now, if there are people that love um things in medicine, you see it's only things that pertain to medicine they will be showing them mostly. Yeah, people that love jokes, things that all these funny skits that they will be showing them. So all those things are carried out either using IaaS or PaaS. But you see, you can never have a SaaS app without any of these two. You can use both of them together, or you can use each of them individually, but you must at least use one of them so that your users can be able to have this. So that's that. So I'm ready for any question that you can have. Today I discussed about the cloud models. That's basically what I discussed. So in the next class, at least we should move into practical because I've done a lot of talking. So this material, you guys should just go through it and just try to get yourself familiar with everything I said. It's nothing much. I know that it can still be confusing currently, but it's when you get to the practical, that's when you're going to understand every single thing I've been saying. So if you still feel a little bit lost, but not too lost, if you feel a little bit lost, you are still on track. It's the practical that's going to actually tell more. So that's it. Any question, please, you can unmute yourself and let's get over with this. I'm done with today's class. I don't want to spend all those hours to the point that people start sleeping. Miss Lovett, Miss Chika, any question? Miss Chika, you're not really in class like that. Oh. Maybe you're having network issues.
Mhm. I don't. Sorry.
Wow, I can't hear you.
I don't think I have any question.
So,
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Do you understand it properly?
Hello. So, yes, I do understand the
All right, all right.
IAS and the both are like security, yeah, and all of those things you mentioned.
Okay, ma. So the other thing
Hello.
I want to say, the other thing I want to say is that I don't want anybody to be scared about this cloud computing course because it's a very, very easy thing. You understand? It's just like normal thing that we
Okay.
people do
Mm.
in real life. You get, okay, somebody comes to you. Let's assume, yeah, you guys should know all those guys now. All those guys that rent building materials. And that's what you are. You rent building materials to people. Somebody will come to you, I need shovel. Then you just, okay, take the shovel. How many days you want to use it? I want to use it for just one day. Okay, it's 500. Yeah, go. The person will be using the shovel. Is your own. You get, is your own. But you rented it out to someone and the person is using it. So that's it. So if that person comes again and say, I need more shovel, the one that you gave me is not enough. You can still give the person more shovel. You get. So now, this Amazon, all those cloud service providers, Amazon, Google Cloud, and also Microsoft Azure. Those guys, they have a lot of server. They have servers that they cannot use. You get, the servers are too much. They cannot use it. So they need to rent this thing out to people that need it. And I told you guys what servers are. Servers are not things that when you hear you start feeling scared. Servers are just like normal computer that you have at home. You get, but the issue now is that they are different because they can stay online 24/7, except when there's one maintenance or the other that they need to do. So servers stay online 24/7. You get, they are powerful computer that hosts websites or hosts application. All those websites they are seeing in your phone, that you connect to the internet and it's working, it's going fine. They are inside a server. It's the server that is making it come alive. You get? Now imagine a game without a phone. I want you guys to imagine it like that. Imagine Call of Duty. You guys should know of Call of Duty. Imagine Call of Duty without a phone. There's no phone, there's no TV, there's no laptop, and there's a game known as Call of Duty. Please, how can we be able to play that game? So that's when you start asking yourself all those kind of questions. That game, that is a software, is a lines of code that needs to be imputed inside a server. Now, once it's inside a server, the software will start functioning. It will start running. When all the tools that are needed to run that software are inside, the software will start running. Now, once it start running, people are not able to play that game. Now, all these other games that you see that once you've downloaded it, there's no need for you to connect to the internet to play them. You are collecting all the old software that you need about that game. Like all the software that developers have, all the code the developers have written. You've downloaded it inside your mobile device, inside your system. Now, once you're not connected online, once you're not connected to the internet, you can now be playing that game. All the codes are no longer in the virtual server that it has been. It's now inside your phone. Now, let's talk about YouTube. You see, once you're not online, the only thing you can do in YouTube is just to watch the videos that you've downloaded before. You can never have access to new videos. You can never see them because you are not connected to the server. But once you download any video on YouTube, that means you are retrieving that, you are like collecting the files from that server into your own personal storage. Now, once you don't have data, you can be able to access that file still. So that's it. But once there's data, you've connected to the virtual server, you cannot be able to see things like see videos that are not in your phone, but are inside the virtual server. So that's just it. So I want you guys to understand all these things. You guys are not coding, you're not doing anything coding, you're not building any application, you're not doing anything, but you must understand everything about it. So in our next class, I'll be like three more light on web application and software because that's what you guys are going to be doing mostly. You get? So for instance, now someone came to you, okay, I had into cloud computing. I just built a website and I want to host that website. And now he gives you the website. The first thing you're going to ask is, okay, what type of website do you have? Do you build? What kind of language do you use in building them? So I'm going to like throw more light on it. You don't need to know so much. The only thing you just need to know is, okay, you just need to know, okay, the programming language they use in building the website. So once you know the programming language, you'll be able to install the server. Is a software that you need to run that application. So that's it. When we get into next class, I'll throw more light on that. You get? So let me not just bore you guys up with that one today. So I guess we are done.
There's one more question.
All right.
Sorry. One more question I want to ask. Can you combine like the models? Like, can you have a multiple combined models like that for a work? Like you are giving a job. Can you combine this like AIS and PASS or something like that to actually do a job given to you, something like that?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it depends. It
No
depends
problem.
on what the person need. You get? I
Yeah.
like the way you're following. Like you understand the IAS and the PAS. But the funny
Okay.
thing is that the PAS, let me
Mm.
just like bust your brain now. The PAS, IAS is inside the PAS. Do you know?
Okay. Oh wow.
Like
I don't
now,
know.
in the IAS, you have to install the software yourself. You handle the security and other things, the prerequisite yourself. But in the
Okay.
PAS, the software are there already. the software that you need, like the operating system idea,
Okay.
is there already. So you don't need to
Mm,
install anything. So they've done all those ones for you. Just put your application there, let it run and go. Finish. So it
okay.
depends, it depends. It depends on what we want to do. You get. It depends on what almost all
Mm,
the old software we are using today to the users is software as a service. So I want you guys as cloud practitioners, I want you to remove the idea of software as a service from your head because you are not the one. You are the people you are working for are the developers and the owner of a particular software. You understand? So
yes.
you are trying to what you are trying to do for them is infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. That's what you're trying to do for them. And which is going to result into software as a service for the users, for the people they are developing those things for. So that's it. So software as a service is not what you even work on. It's what is the result of infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. Because this is what we do every day. For instance, now somebody built a website and he gave it to you to host it for the person, and you hosted that website. You get now the person just connect, and in that website they are streaming
Mm,
movie, they're watching movies there, and the person just connect and is now watching movie in that website. Can you imagine? Now that's a software as a service to that person. But you, the developer that did that thing, you did it as infrastructure as a service or platform as a service for the person. So that's just it. But all these things, you need to understand the technologies behind them.